All right, and welcome back to another episode of Best MLB Player Props for April 2nd. We are using unabated.com's Player Prop Simulator. These are the player props are good, not because I said so, but because they have the biggest edge in the market. We're using number fire, fantasy pros, and market-based projections to calculate which player props have the best chance of hitting. So, without further ado, let's look at a couple of games. All right, first up, we have Mets versus the Tigers. We got Casey Mize on the mound for Detroit and Adrian Hauser on the mound for the New York Mets. So you can see here real quick on this simulation tab, we run these 10,000 times, give you these sort of predictions here. Little word of caution, you can see the sort of percentage breakdown on singles, doubles, triples, and home runs. When you don't have anything being populated here, I always say that with a grain of salt. We are still pretty early in the season, so you can see here there's a bunch of edge allegedly on DJ Stewart on the under 0.5 bases. I'm not quite sure. I believe that just because, again, there's no population here. Same thing with Gio Ursula. I'm going to kind of stay away from that. So that leaves us with Kerry Carpenter on the over 28.64% over 1.5 bases. If you can get that Parks, I don't think Mutlip may have that. So at FanDuel, you can see over 1.5 bases is plus 140, plus 126 at Caesars, and plus 20, or excuse me, plus 135 at DraftKings. So some value there for over Kerry Carpenter to hit over 1.5 total bases. And then same thing with Riley Green over 1.5 bases. You can still get some value over 12% edge over at DraftKings at plus 135. All right, let's look at one more game. We got Astros versus the Blue Jays. We've got Jose Berrios on the mound for Toronto and Framber Valdez on the mound today for Houston. I am absolutely loving this one. Yordan Alvarez, you can see the probability of a home run. This dude has been a home run machine, but more off, this just hits with power. So you can see here, best line, 34.5% edge at the over 1.5 total bases for plus 105 over at BetMGM. You can still also get a plus money at DraftKings as well. That's probably where I'm going to put my money at. Not probably, that's where I will do it. You can still see some value at Caesars and FanDuel, but they're minus numbers. Still tons of value there, but you want to get that plus edge. So either BetMGM or DraftKings for over 1.5 bases for Jordan. I think another sneaky good play that I can't really ignore, Dalton Varsho. Again, over 1.5 bases for plus 220 at FanDuel. You can see here that's almost a 19% edge. I think that's a little bit too much value for me to pass up. I'm going to also place that down there. So over for Jordan, over for Dalton, both 1.5 bases for total money. Now, we do this just as a simulation here, but total bases, you can also do pitcher strikeouts, home runs, and hits on the unabated simulator tool. If you want to try this out for yourself, go ahead and click the link in our description. You can get a free 5-day trial. You can also set up a free one-on-one demo with the folks at Unabated to go and see how this actually works out. I personally use this for my betting, amongst other things. You can custom blend your projections. You can see here you have different built-in projections. You can even upload your own. It is a pretty powerful tool. So I hope that helps. If you like this kind of stuff, let us know. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Let us know in the comments who are you looking at today for player props. And as always, good luck.